All right, we're jumping right into a really powerful story today from the Sutra of the Golden King. It's a tale that pushes the very idea of generosity to its absolute limit, and it asks a question that's pretty tough to answer.
Now, this isn't just some philosophical thought experiment. This is the exact, impossible choice a great king had to make. And this whole story? It was actually told by the Buddha himself to teach a fundamental truth about our actions and their consequences.
Okay, so to really get this, we gotta set the scene. Picture this. We're going way back to a time of, honestly, unbelievable peace and prosperity. And the ruler of this amazing place, he was known simply as the Golden King.
I mean, his kingdom was basically the definition of a perfect world. The capital city was called Raujin, which literally translates to abundant gold. So yeah, things were good. Gold, silver, jewels, happy people, you name it, they had it. And the king himself, he was legendary. So compassionate, he actually got rid of all taxes and had this reputation for being willing to give away absolutely anything to help someone out.
But you know how these stories go, right? This perfect golden world is about to get hit with a crisis so big, so unimaginable, it's going to test everything they believe in, right down to the breaking point. And here's where it all starts. The royal astrologer is looking at the stars and sees something awful. He comes to the king with this terrifying prophecy: a nasty star has appeared, and for 12 years, the sky will not send a single drop of rain. We're not talking about a little dry spell here. This is a full-on, kingdom-ending catastrophe.
Now, most leaders would probably panic, right? But not the Golden King. He responds with this plan that is just brilliant. It's both super logical and incredibly compassionate. First, he's like, okay, collect every single bit of food from the entire land. Put it all in one giant storehouse. Then, count every man, woman, and child. And finally, the most important part, we ration it. We divide it up equally so that everyone, and I mean everyone, including me, has just enough to make it through these 12 years.
And believe it or not, the king's plan works. But wow, at a tremendous cost. A whole decade goes by like this. The people endure. But you can just imagine. The rations are getting thinner and thinner. Everyone is on the absolute knife's edge of survival, and they are getting so close to the end of this nightmare.
Remember, the number was 12. 12 years. The whole plan, every single sacrifice they made, it was all built around surviving for that long. And they almost make it. For 11 long, grueling years, they hold on. Thanks to the king's careful planning and their own sheer discipline, they've survived, living on the very brink of starvation. The end is so close, they can almost taste it.
But the math doesn't lie. After 11 years, the royal storehouses are bone dry. There is nothing left. Well, almost nothing. There's exactly one meal left for one person in the entire kingdom, and it belongs to the king.
So there he is, the king, about to eat what he knows is the last food he'll ever see. And just then, as if on cue, a mysterious and unexpected figure shows up at the palace. And this isn't just some random person. The text calls him a Pratyeka Buddha. That's a really special kind of holy man, someone who achieved enlightenment all by themselves. And his request couldn't be simpler, but it's about to put the king in the toughest spot of his life. He just says, "I'm hungry."
You can just feel the weight of this moment. The king is thinking, okay, if I eat this, I live. For what, another day, maybe? Starvation is still coming for me. Or I can give it away. And if I do that, this incredibly pure and noble person won't go away empty-handed. But for me, it's over. Right now.
And he makes his choice. He takes that last bit of food and pours it right into the holy man's bowl. But get this. As he's giving away his life, he makes this incredible vow. And it's not for himself. He doesn't ask for a better rebirth or anything like that. He wishes that the merit from this one good deed will free all people from poverty forever. And the second he does this, the second this ultimate act of selflessness is complete, something absolutely miraculous happens. It's like the whole cosmos was just holding its breath, waiting to see what he would do. And the reward is just unbelievable. It's not just a little something, it's overwhelming. First, it starts raining delicious, already cooked food from the sky the very next day. Then, for a whole week, it rains every kind of grain you can imagine, filling up the storehouses. Then it rains oil and butter and money, and for the grand finale, a rain of the 7 treasures: gold, silver, precious gems, you name it, completely wiping out poverty in the kingdom for good, all from giving away a single meal.
But the story isn't quite over. Remember, this whole time, it's the Buddha telling this tale to his disciples, and he's about to drop a final piece of information that changes everything. He looks at his disciples and asks, "So, who do you think that golden king was in a past life? Don't think it was someone else," he says. "That golden king was me." Wow. So this isn't just some random parable. It's a story from his own past lives, a critical moment on his own long path to becoming the Buddha.
And then he brings it all home. He explains the whole point of the story was to teach this principle called the fruit of giving. The idea is that every single act of giving has a real, tangible result. It's not just wishful thinking. He says if people could truly see this, if they really understood it the way he does, they would never ever hesitate to give, even if it was their very last meal. That stain of selfishness would just vanish.
So this all leaves us with a pretty powerful final thought, a direct quote from the text. It says, "Good deeds create beauty, bad deeds create ugliness." It's that simple. Both kinds of actions have their rewards, and you will absolutely get the fruit you've earned. So it kind of leaves you wondering, right? What seeds are we planting with our actions today, and what kind of harvest are we really expecting to get?